Hello, everyone. Welcome back to Ace Attorney Investigations Miles Edgeworth. Um, oh my gosh, now I get the volume up. Last time we finished off episode 3, the kidnap turnabout, and figure out it was Lance that killed the dad of this Miss Pops, and then Kay. Oh yeah. Apparently, Emma came back, and so did Miss Oldbag, but we'll forget about her. Um, apparently, Emma was taken to questioning, so we never got to see her again for the rest of the episode. But I think she'll be back. All right, that's enough recap. That was like really the best recap you can ever ask for, and we're gonna start episode 4, Turnabout Reminiscence, which is gonna take us back in time. Kay Faraday, the young lady who calls herself the second Yada. The piece of cloth that she conjured up has taken me back to many years ago. How many years ago? 7 years ago. Okay. We're gonna get the young Edgeworth sprite again. Are we actually gonna be in the courtyard? I mean the court? Have a court battle? Yeah, that's right, I did it. Oh, excuse me? I killed the guy. But it was the great thief Yada that told me to do it. Objection. Wow. I asked. Damn. Don't you get it? I know the true identity of the Yada. Man, these are the most boring looking boys I've ever seen. The Yada is the man standing over there at the prosecutor's bench. Are you saying that I'm the Yada Garasu? Don't you dare deny it. You told me to kill him when you snuck into the embassy. Are you claiming that Mr. Faraday is the Yada? Mr. L, I think we heard just about enough of you. Your Honor, please, listen to me. I'm telling the truth. You gotta believe me. Yeah, I really need to look back at this intro again. Is that the same judge? Well, in a court, a new prosecutor shall be called to replace Mr. Faraday. This court will be in recess until the new prosecutor is ready. Oh, is it me? September 10th, 3:20 p.m., District Court, 3rd floor lobby. Yeah, it kind of is. It's almost time for me to enter the courtyard. The courtroom. And so it is that my first assignment as a prosecutor will be... Oh, it's his first case. Okay. As a replacement for a prosecutor who has been accused by the defendant. Edward. What? Oh shit. Daddy? Oh, sorry, that was a bit too loud. Dad? This is an interesting turn of events. I actually do want to see how their relationship is prior to Manfred throwing him under the bus. Oh wait, hold on. Okay. Have you read over all of the documents regarding this trial? Yes, sir. I've memorized everything there is to know. Very good. The paperwork for the prosecutor's substitution is just about complete. Edgeworth, always bear in mind that as your mentor, as your step-daddy, I, Manfred von Karma, Snap, will accept nothing short of perfection. I understand, sir. To have the chance to stand in court at such an early stage in my career, I am honored and proud. I think I can do his voice better, but I don't know exactly how I can do that. As I've watched over. Damn. Oh, I guess it doesn't really matter since the mic quality you can't really pick it up, anyways. As I have watched over your studies, I'm giving you this very rare chance. Prove yourself. Crush the defendant's pathetic lies into oblivion. Yes, sir. That such a legendary prosecutor is watching over and judging my performance. Oh wait, can I look at the evidence? Prosecutor's badge. Proof of my profession. My mentor said it was a more chic to keep it in my pocket. Okay. Will you say the same thing about this? This badge design is set to reflect the relentlessness and the discipline of law enforcement. It comes from the authority vested in us as strict prosecutors of the law, and executors of sentences, much like harsh winter frost and blazing summer days. To wear it is to identify oneself as a prosecutor. But my mentor has taught me that it's more fashionable to keep it in my pocket. Oh shit. Man from one karma. How old is he? 60. Alright, this was 7 years ago. Well, okay, so first met okay, it was established that we met Emma like 2 years ago in the present right now. So that is the same timeline as that. So this is 7 years ago. So okay, he's 60 now. So if we just do 5 years from now, then it would be 65 years old, I think. 65, 66, around that range. And my mentor has never known defeat in 35 years. A legendary prosecutor. 35 years. What was it said before? 40? If, that sounds like the case. I feel like I'm right on this. We'll see. I have to be perfect in every way. Am I actually going to be in the courtroom? That'd be kind of cool. 3rd floor lobby, defendant lobby number 1. The hell away. Courtroom. That's about it. Okay, let's look at the store. This should lead to the defendant lobbies. Edgeworth, where is your composure? If you wish to take a look at your enemy, do so in the courtroom as you crush them. Indeed, thank you. You are a man of wisdom and experience, sir. Wait, I didn't... Hold on. Yep. Composure. Okay. This is cool. I get to play as a... asshole Edgeworth. That'd be kind of cool. Well, not really necessarily an asshole, but, Damn. I forgot the word. A bulletin board. There are trial schedule posted on it. Trial schedule for this week, huh? There's only today's trial listed. This must be a mistake, or this country's judicial system is not working as it should. Excuse me, sir. This is so good. I could drink a whole gallon. I've never heard of water that tasted that good. Maybe it'll give him a minute. Go, 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 go. Go, 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 go. Does he plan on gulping an entire reservoir dry? Okay, let's talk to this old lady. Excuse me, madam, but is something the matter? I just thought someone would have brought whores divorce by now. Whatever. But this is a courthouse. It would be quite atypical to provide whores divorce here. I don't know how to say that. Are you sure? Someone poured me a fresh cup of coffee last time I was here. What the heck does she think a courthouse is for? I think I'm supposed to go here. Yeah. Let's talk to him. Mr. Prosecutor, sir. You got a good eye if you can tell that I'm a prosecutor with just one glance. As there are only prosecutors and defense attorneys in these lobbies, I usually hit the mark if I guess one or the other while there is a recess. You're only guessing? Okay, let's talk to this man and this child. Or let me look at the diorama if I can. A model of the courthouse. It's pretty well constructed. Hmm? Hands and a face? Don't tell me this thing transforms. Yet I wonder for what other purpose could they have been made. Excuse me, sir. What do you think about this model? Okay, I'll just stand right behind the child. Aren't these great? Daddy made all of these. Awesome! But didn't you get fired right after you made them? Yeah, I did. I spent the same amount of money on this model as it cost to build the real thing. Wow. And my boss wasn't very happy with me. Hey, Daddy, didn't you say you built a secret mechanism inside of it? I'll tell you about it someday when you're older. A secret mechanism? Maybe install it as a payback for getting fired. It could be trouble. Now I'm curious. I think I'll sit down now. A luxurious and beautiful leather sofa. I must say, every part of this courthouse is meticulously well kept. Although the position of the sofa puts one under the direct gaze of the judges. Every judge in this courthouse's history has had quite the beard, and has gallantly parted with their beloved head of hair, I see. Being a judge must be a very stressful career. Oh. A bookshelf, huh? Compendium of Laws for Beginners. I don't have the time to read these and second-guess myself now. Okay. Let's examine. Let's just talk, though. Egad! What a cold stare he's giving me! However, as a discipline of Von Karma, there is no option but to win. Nah, he's good. The power of his cold stare rivals my own. He's sleeping while standing up? Okay, damn. So he was sleeping with his eyes open? The trial will resume shortly. Please wait a moment, sir. I was already well aware of that. Shortly or in a moment, which one is it? Be specific. Okay, let's talk to good old Dad. Today's trial should have ended in just 1 minute. Because the defendant was picked up by the security camera, correct? Exactly. The killer had the gall to say that he only killed because he was instructed to do so. Even more outrageous is this claim that the case prosecutor, Byrne Faraday, gave the order. Ha! Faraday is such a fool. He's been cornered by his very own prey. Sir, are you an acquaintance of Mr. Byrne Faraday? Heh. He is such a pathetic man who speaks nothing but nonsense. Nonsense? He once tried to explain to me a way of punishing those who cannot be brought to court. Those who cannot be brought to court? That is nonsense, for no man is above the law. Well, there are always a few exceptions. However, there is no reason to even deal with such individuals. A prosecutor is a guardian of the court, one with no obligation to outside matters. Thus, there is no reason to deal with such individuals. I see. Edgeworth, my son, disgracing yourself as Faraday will not be forgiven. Have no fear, I will not let you down, sir. In place of the accused prosecutor Byrne Faraday, I'll prove the defendant's guilt. Very good. I've secured an hour of recess for you to prepare to do just that. Show them all the power of Von Karma. Nice. So, have you achieved a firm understanding of the case? Yes, sir. I've memorized everything that is written down in the case files. Well then, explain the case to me. I want to see if you really know what you're talking about. Understood. A murder was committed on September 8th in front of the Kodopian Embassy? The victim, Mr. Deadman. Okay. That was pretty obvious. Oh shit. Okay, that reminds me of the name puns from the last episode that I forgot to do. Don't worry, I have it here. I already have it the page open already. So let me just open it up real quick and scroll down. Where is it? No, not Apollo, just come on. It's actually further down, I think. Yeah, okay. We were at okay, yeah, Ernest Amano. I think I already read this, but we'll go through it again. Ernest Amano means honest man. Lance Amano, lost man, I guess. Okay, Kay Faraday. Kay references the giant key that holds her hair up, or a pun name for OK. Faraday comes from Inspector Faraday, a thief turned detective just like Kay. Oh wow. That was kind of a spoiler. Good thing I actually got to this part then. Shilong Lang. His name is the Mandarin Chinese reading of his Japanese name, which means Wolf Dragon Warrior. Sheena / Callisto U. Sheena means military administrator. Callisto is a genius of butterfly, while U is the tree of the genus Taxus. As U are extremely toxic, this could relate to her deadly nature. The biology-themed name can also be related to Quercus alba, her accomplice that also has the same naming scheme. Her name can be read as Callous to You. Alright, I don't really get that. Luring pups, lollipops. Pops can also mean poor person, which fits her character. Okay, yeah, we're done with that episode now. Here's dead man. Means dead man. Really creative. Alright, that's as far as we go for today. Well, for this episode. We'll wait until the end. Or if I can remember. If not, then I'll do it at the beginning of the 5th episode. Okay. The victim, Mr. Deadman, was a staff member at the embassy. The defendant in this case, Mr. Mackerel. Like mackerel? Like the fish? Was held for questioning the night of the incident as he was deemed suspicious. He was quickly placed under arrest for possession of the murdered weapon, a gun. Furthermore, at the time of the murder, the great thief Yada had Gosh, I'm sorry, I'm so burpy today. This always happens when I record. My body keeps interrupting myself. The great thief Yada had successfully infiltrated the Kodopian embassy as well. At first, Rail claimed that he himself was the Yada, but that he did not kill Dead Man, because he was already dead. I wonder what he expected to gain from such a desperate lie. It's possible that he wants to go down while in the spotlight, if he is found guilty. There truly is no limit to people's inanity. Inanity? But I digress. Continue, Edgeworth. Yes, sir. During the trial, the prosecution presented the security footage that captured the murder. Wow. That seems, Alright, case closed. The footage clearly showed Mr. Rail as the murderer. The act of Mr. Rail firing the gun could be clearly seen from the visitor's gallery. Upon seeing that, the defendant retracted his statement and admitted to the murder. I did it because I was told to, by the real Yada Burn Faraday. That sounds about right. However, you've forgotten one thing. While this may appear to simply be the murder of a Kodopian embassy staff member, people are actually referring to it as the second KG8 incident. The second KG8 incident? I'm very sorry, sir. I feared I failed to study hard enough. Well, even among the police, it's information that only a select few are privy to. Could you please enlighten me, sir? Let me see what the profiles. Oh, that's a lot of profiles. Alright, Bern Faraday, 40, gender male. Prosecutor in an embassy staff killing case, accused by rail of being the Yanagarasu. Dead man, 53, male. Kodopian embassy staff member was gunned down in front of embassy by rail. Macrel, 32, male embassy staff killing suspect, arrested on suspicion for the handgun he was carrying. Yanagarasu. Real identity is unknown, but claims to be a noble thief. Infiltrated the embassy. Okay. There's a lot of information out of that. This one dialogue tree. Second KG8 and damn it! Sorry. Let me just cut. Okay, let's not make the same mistake. Second KG8 incident. Sir, what do you mean by the second KG8 incident? In order for me to tell you that, you must first learn about the original case. Take a look at these documents. This is a 3-year-old newspaper. KG8 incident overview. From Dad. Okay. You have heard. Let me read it. KG8 incident overview. Damn. Blech, blech. Received from my mentor as a reference about KG8. Let's check it out. Kodopian Embassy staff member Manny Cochin. Can't really think of anything. Found not guilty. The victim, Miss CCU. That was the name pun thing. I forgot who it was though. A shadow of the Amano group. What's big? Okay, I can't read that. Okay. You have heard of the Amano group scandal before, correct? Yes, I have. The secretary of Ernest Amano was Amano's great director. The Amano's group director was arrested on suspicion of smuggling. Correct. CCU was an employee of the Amano group. Okay, I do. Well, based on what the name pun is, this person has a relation to Sheena, but we'll see. I think. I don't think like directly like a direct relation. I think just like a name similarity thing. I think that's what I read. CCU was an employee of the Amano group and the sole witness to the smuggling operation. It was she who brought the crime to light. However, Miss Yu was silenced before she could testify in court. Wasn't a Kodopian embassy staff member arrested for the murder? A shadow of Amano group. What's his relation to the smuggling? Okay. Yes, a Kodopian by the name of Manny Cochin was the suspect. However, due to the lack of evidence, the case went unresolved. Lack of evidence? Ha! If only I was in charge of the case. I would have done everything in my power to prove his guilt. To make sure that all criminals are found guilty, my mentor is really dedicated. Faraday was a prosecutor of the case then, and he was as pathetic as ever. Mr. Faraday was in charge of the KG8 incident as well? That's right. And now, once again, the victim of the case you are currently assigned to was someone who was scheduled to testify against the smuggling organization. I feel like the voice I'm doing here is too similar to Shilong Lang. Damn. I do a deep old man voice. I can't do that. And just like the last time, the victim was murdered right before he was to testify. You're catching on. The victim was murdered just before his day in court against the smuggling organization. Events are occurring almost exactly the same way they did in the KG8 incident. So that's why it's being called the second KG8 incident. Yes. Yet there is one difference between the two incidents. What would that be? The so-called noble thief that is sending everyone into an uproar. The great thief Yada. Yada Garasu. I better find out more. Hey, check this out. It is thanks to you that I have finally become a prosecutor, sir. It's amusing that you wanted to become a defense attorney, yet became my student. It is a strange path you have traveled. It's true that I had once wanted to become a defense attorney, but now I am honored and proud to be a prosecutor. I see. Hold on. Okay, maybe... I see. Then as a student of mine, I suggest you remember this well. The prosecutor's badge is not to be flaunted. The dignity of a prosecutor lies in the man himself, not in the badge. I understand. I will keep that in mind. Man, I am struggling with this voice. Besides, why put holes in your fine garments? It's simply preposterous. Prosecutors must also take pride in their appearance. I will keep this in mind as well. I'm constantly having to remind the others at the prosecutor's office of this. It's more fashionable to keep your prosecutor badge in your pocket. In other words, always treat a prosecutor's badge with care and honor. I understand, sir. About the KG8 incident, the trial came to a proper conclusion, did it not? Ha! I'd hardly call the defendant being found innocent a proper conclusion. If I had been the case, no one would have a single doubt about his guilt. But wasn't there a lack of evidence to prove that Mr. Cochin was guilty? A lack of evidence? Ha! There's no such thing. I'll make some up. That's just like him to be able to prove a man guilty, even when the evidence is lacking. I'm pretty fucking good at my job. Well, I mean, I don't know what to tell you. The Yada. If it is true that the Yada Garasu showed up at the Kodopian embassy, what could he or she would have been after? These allergies. There's stuff in my nose. Okay. No doubt to steal any suspicious accounting records and release them publicly. Or more likely to steal secrets from the Kodopian embassy itself. Since the item that the Yadagarasu stole from there was sent to the police, what was it that the Yadagarasu sent to the police? Oh, sorry. Damn. I don't know the details. Anything related to the Yadagarasu is getting the top secret treatment. Still, I find it very ironic. By returning the stolen item to the police, it was proof positive that the Yada had infiltrated the embassy on the same day the staff member was killed. Criminals have a way of incriminating themselves, wouldn't you say? That would have to be the first time the Yada has left evidence behind, correct? Yes, indeed. If you wish to learn more about the Yada, then I suggest you ask Faraday. Mr. Faraday? He happens to be the prosecutor in charge of the Yadagarasu case as well. He's the prosecutor in charge of both the KG8 incident and the Yadagarasu case? Mr. Faraday really has a lot on his plate. What is it, little girl? Oh, it's Kate. You're scary, mister. Did you need something? I want to trade these coins with you. What is that? You got 3 pennies, 4 dimes, and 2 quarters. What is that? It's 50 cents, 60, 70, 80, 90 cents, 93 cents? A fistful of dimes, quarters, and pennies, but it looks like you have exactly $1. Okay, I guess can't read. Sure. Is this what you want? Oh, cute. Do you have the profile? No. Thanks, that's exactly what I needed. Could that child be here to watch the trial? How disrespectful for a child like that to be running around inside the courthouse. Does no one have respect for this country's judicial system anymore? Someone get shot? What was that? Oh, it was a door. The paperwork for the prosecutor's substitution is complete. Why, do you even know how much time there is left before the trial resumes? I'm so sorry, sir. I can't have you mopping up this courthouse instead of protecting it in an instant. Gulp. It's no bother, sir. Not being completely prepared could prove to be a perfect handicap for me. A proud one you are. Oh, they're waving their finger at each other. I'm waving my finger at you, Dad. No. I'm waving my finger. No. Look, I have my finger up first. No, you can't. You had better collect the evidence from Faraday and prepare yourself. It's time for your debut, Edgeworth. Sorry. Are we actually gonna be in the courtroom? That'd be kind of cool. Actually have a courtroom battle? Okay. Let's see. September 10th, 4 p.m. District Court 3. Dun. Damn, we like their theme here. Kind of cool. Just what is going on? Why isn't Faraday here yet? How is it possible that the defense is not prepared yet either? Bailiff, where's Mr. Faraday? I'm not sure. I wasn't really paying attention. The judge. Oh, fucking shit. Fuck. Should've wiped my ass in time. Oh! You must be the one Mr. Von Karma recommended. Damn, looks fucking cool. I hear this will be your first trial. I look forward to seeing how you perform. Oh, by the way, was there... How should I do this voice? Obviously an old man's voice. Oh, by the way, was there someone celebrating a birthday during the recess? I could have sworn that I heard a popper going off. Yeah, that's what I heard. Come to think of it, the other day with my grandson. Sir, it looks like the trial is about to resume. However... Yes, it will... Oh... Yes, it will be... It will be... Fuck. I hate this so much. Yes, it will be all but impossible to prove the witness a liar without the evidence from Faraday. What is that blasted buffoon up to? It's an emergency, sirs. Ah, fuck. I've got Gumshoe here. Silence! There shall be no yelling in the secret hall of law. Bailiff, remove that man from his courtroom at fuck at once. Fuck. These fucking voices, I swear. I am a professional VA, by the way. I'm not. Please wait. You have to listen to me. There's an emergency. Defendant lobby number 2, Mr. Faraday and the defendant. The two of them, they're both dead, Your Honor. Damn. What? Damn. Kay, where's your dad at, Kay, huh? Kay Faraday, where's your dad at, huh? Oh, here she is. A girl with a balloon. During the recess, she asked me to change some coins for her. So is there a balloon that popped, I'm assuming? The judge. Age. I don't fucking know. Judge and embassy staff killing case. Yuji? Is that you, Yuji? September 10th, District Court, Holloway. Holloway. Who the fuck? Ah, stay back. Okay. Damn. What the fuck? Okay, well. Looks like he has a lollipop. And apparently he's got shot at a lot. No one's allowed on the crime scene. Period. Just who does this oddball think he is? This is becoming quite the hotspot. Isn't she Mr. Rail's defense attorney? Hey, you, no running in the hallway, pal. And who are you to tell me what to do? I'll never find out what's going on like this. It's time for some civil discourse. Ah, damn. Alright, we're not gonna have a courtroom battle. That sucks. First, I need to get a handle on the situation. Perhaps I should talk to some people. A fire extinguisher. If one were to be hit in the head with this, I suppose the victim would lose a memory or two. But it's not as though I'd ever be so foolish as to be struck by one of these. Alright, that's a good foreshadowing right there for Justice for All, the first episode, where Phoenix got hit with a fire extinguisher by the defendant, I think. A poster of the judge. There's a slogan of some sort on it. Every strike of my gavel brings the truth closer to me and my hair farther away. Is this a promotional poster for the cart or a hair growth product? Defendant lobby number 1 is through here. The incident took place in lobby number 2 next door. I shouldn't allow myself to be sidetracked like this. I'd better get a move on. Yeah, let's see. 3rd floor lobby, defendant lobby number 1, defendant lobby number 2. I think I will get a drink. What do they have here? Squirt? Perfect. A drink vending machine. Ack. Now it's not the time to be pondering what kind of drink I want. Interesting, they're selling special court-themed food products here. Many of them seem sort of troubled and suspicious. Objection, I suppose. The thing will sit down. This sofa looks like it's seen its fair share of use. And it looks like another part of the courthouse is visible from the window. Ack, my eyes have locked with my reflection's eyes in the bared window. As a student of Von Karma, I refuse to back down. I won. Okay. Stuck to good old dick. And you are? Ooh, me? Hey, pal. It's common courtesy to tell someone your name first before asking theirs. Ugh, point taken. My name is Miles Edgeworth. I am a district prosecutor. A prosecutor? I've never seen a prosecutor as young as you, pal. I think you and me are gonna have a long-lasting relationship. Professionally, I mean. I've told you my name. Now, what would you mind telling me yours? Detective Dick Gumshoe, and just recently I achieved my dream of becoming a detective. More than a dream, it's what I was born to do. Wait, maybe I should check and make sure I'm not really in some crazy dream first. This detective is entirely too excited to be at a murder scene. So, Detective Gumshoe, would you mind telling me what you know about the incident? You know that I don't have to tell you anything, right? I know that. But it would behoove you to fill me in on what you know. Wow, you're a proud one for such a youngster, aren't you? Well, anyway, Detective Bad is the one in charge. Detective Bad? Oh, I got Dick! 26. Oh, so young. New rookie detective at the precinct first crime scene seems very enthusiastic. So you're just gonna have to ask him for all the details, okay? Oh, courthouse map, Marshall, courtyard, lobby 2, third floor, courtroom. Okay. As for me, I was guarding the door to the defendant lobby number 2. So you were the guard detail. Did you notice anything strange while you were on duty? Well, I freaked out when I heard a gunshot and then I kind of froze. You're a detective and a measly gunshot scared you that much? Then again, I can hardly claim to not know what it's like to hear one at close range. Then Detective Bad came running to the scene. He went into lobby number 2 together. We went into lobby number 2 together and both men were lying there dead. Is that everything? Yeah, that's it. I was in a hallway the whole time, but I didn't hear a single peep of a struggle. Interesting. Other than the gunshot, he didn't hear a single sound of commotion. Did Gumshoe's testimony. Okay, was in the hall on guard duty. Other than gunshot, didn't hear a sign of a struggle. Let's take a sip. I had to take a sip. Okay, I think I'm good. You mentioned that you only recently became a detective, did you not? You got it, pal. I'm a brand spanking new detective. So that means you've probably never seen a real prosecutor's badge, right? If you so desire to see one, I just might be able to make your day. You don't have to go through that through the trouble, pal, because a real man is a police badge. And someday I'm gonna become an ace detective just like Detective Bad. Did I say something wrong, pal? Forget it, detective. Damn, Edgeworth, don't get butthurt about it. Do you have any insight on this, Detective Gumshoe? Well, as a detective, I'd rather see something that's actually related to the case, pal. And here I thought this was related enough. So, you were guarding the door of lobby number 2 at the time of the crime, correct? Yeah, that's right. And I'll have you know, not even a single ant got by me. Really? Are you sure that not even a single ant slipped in? Well, I guess if we're talking about slipped in, then maybe a frog or something did. It would appear that my point had also completely slipped by you, detective. Okay, let's go talk to the defendant here. Do you have a minute? You know, I'm not really into talking to people I don't know, especially at a time like this. I apologize for not introducing myself before bothering you. My name is Miles Edgeworth. I was to take Mr. Faraday's place in court. Edgeworth, huh? Never heard of you. So Faraday's substitute is a newbie, huh? I'll have you know, madam, that I studied under Manfred von Karma. That's right, he's my dad. After killing my dad, but, you know, I don't know about that. Do not take me for some naive novice. Oh, poor Edgeworth. Do not take me for some naive novice. Wow, her mouth. So you're a student of Von Karma? I should have. Those clothes are a dead giveaway. Stop it! Stop right there! These are the garments of one who gallantly present the facts. Ah. Damn. You know, I would actually feel bad for Miles, but you know, he's kind of a dick. Well, not a dick, but you know, evil. Not evil, but like, okay, he's kind of evil. Thanks for the great laugh, but try not to make me laugh so much, okay? I wasn't trying to do anything of the sort. Just kidding. I was just goofing around. By the way, do you know who I am? My name is Kelly, so you. And if you're telling the truth, then we're about to go head to head in court. But of course, I've heard much about you, Miss Yu. Do we got it right now? We don't got it right. But of course, I have heard much about you. You're a regular Shakespeare. Did I say something funny? Oh, Edgeworth, I'm so sorry. Alright, Callisto Yu. I'm just gonna call it Yu then. 22, female, lawyer of embassy staff killing the defendant, Rel. I was to battle her in court. She would've got this fucking work. I'd like you to update me on the situation. I don't really know anything. Why don't you try talking to those detectives over there? If that's the case, then why are you here? Ugh, what's so funny? It's just that the way you speak is so tactless. The person I was going against in court until only a little while ago was just murdered. It's not like I could go back into the courtroom pretending as though nothing happened. That's a good point. I apologize for asking such an insensitive question. It's fine. Don't worry about it. Take a look at this. It is a shame that we will not be able to face each other. I would have fucking whooped your ass. It was to be my first trial too. Oh, was that a declaration of war? How nice it is to be young and carefree. I saw that little makeup thing. And what a nice squeaky clean badge you got for yourself there. I'm jealous. I'm sure its clean will dull over time with experience. I knew she was gonna fucking laugh at that. Are you saying your reputation would also tarnish over time with it? No, that's not what I meant. Well, you just can't avoid such things in life. I'll never allow my badge or my reputation to become tarnished. Miss Yu, what do you know about this piece of evidence? Actually, Edgeworth, I'm interested in finding out what you think about it. I don't really know all that much about it. Then I don't really know all that much about it either. Sorry, guess I can't be of any services. I shouldn't push her too much. She'll just start laughing again. This fucking nose. Okay, sorry. What do you think about this piece of evidence? Okay, same thing. Okay, let's see here. Oh, now we can talk to Mr. Bad over here. Excuse me, but who are you? Detective Tyrell Bad. Homicide. I was informed. Did I have a profile yet? Sorry, there we go. I was informed of the situation and came as quickly as possible. So how did you arrive and inspect the body before me? Faraday requested for me to testify in the trial. Plain and simple. Mr. Faraday requested that you be here? Crime scene. I've already contacted HQ about the situation. I've got nothing to say to you, kid. Kid? I'm Mr. Faraday's substitute in today's trial. Therefore, I insist that you update me on the situation. I can't back down here. I have a right to know. Do I need to teach you a thing or two about how to talk to adults, kid? Is he threatening me? Oh shit, I'm sorry. Is he going for his gun? It's just a mirror. How dare he trick me like that? Faraday was stabbed to death with some kind of blade, and he had a gun in his hand. The other man, Mr. Mackerel, was shot and killed. Damn, I look good. He was found holding a bloody knife in this hand. Was there anyone else who went into defendant lobby number 2? Yeah, that big lug over there. His name's Gumshoe. Yeah, you talking about me? He was in charge of guarding the place. He is claiming that no one else entered the room. If that's the case, then they must have killed each other, correct? Maybe. Such impudence. This guy's really testing my patience. Draw a witness. Oh, excuse me. Why was I not informed that you were going to testify in court? Homicides are... excuse me. Homicides aren't my only gig. The Yatagarasu case is also one of my assignments. So you were called upon to comment on the Yada's characteristics in order to assess if Mr. Faraday really was the Yada or not. Well, looks like you just might have a brain after all in that head of yours, son. Son? I'm not your son, Pops. Manfred's my only daddy. Who killed my daddy, but I don't know about that. Miss you. There's someone here who wishes to see you. Who is it? Codopian Embassy staff member by the name of Manny Cochin. What? Oh, wait. Did I get his profile now? I do. Tyrell Bad. 53 male. He's very pale. Eagle-eyed homicide detective was called in to be expert witness on Yada case. What? I'm gonna fucking shoot you. What's going on? Detective Bad and misuse moods just change all of a sudden. Wait a second. Wasn't Manny Coachman... I'll be right there. Oh, there he is. It's nice to see you again. Oh, it's nice to see you again, Miss Yu. Why are you here? I have no desire to ever see you again. Now, actually, would you mind stepping outside for a brief chat? Fine, let's go. Out of the fucking way. Motherfucking Manfred von Karma here. Bad. Von Karma? It's been a long time. I knew... Fucking 2 old man voices. I knew you would show up. You usually do when the Yada is involved, and I see this case as no exception. Do you know Detective Bad, sir? Yes. He's like an old bloodhound that never leaves the scene of a crime. If only he would get a promotion and move on. Oh, I'll fucking shoot you! It's the crime scene where a detective is most useful and effective. It's not like I don't know that. Moving on though, Bad, the man I just passed by. Was he not the suspect from the KG8 incident? So I was right. Just what is that man doing wandering around here? That Faraday. I can't believe he let such an easy catch get away. Imbecile. I would have proved his guilt in 3 minutes. Von Karma. I think you said enough for now. You don't want me to pull out the The stick, do you? It's in poor taste to speak like that about the departed. Very well. Back on topic. I'm placing Edgeworth in charge of the investigation here. What the fuck? Is it Francisco? Oh my god. Oh, what an adorable person with the... Is that a whip? That's not a whip. That's like a... It's like a... That's not a whip. That's... I forget what it's called, but... It's a whip, not a whip. That's what that is. A not a whip whip. Damn, okay. These fucking voices, like... Oh my gosh. Okay. Okay. Papa, how can... I'm sorry. Papa, how can you place him in charge? Francisca, what are you doing here? Oh my gosh. Get a profile yet? How old is she right now? I don't... Okay. Manny Cochin. 24 male, Cadopian Embassy staff member. He was the suspect in the KGA incident. Okay. I'm here for summer vacation. What else? Francisca von Karma. So she is here on vacation from Germany? She is the daughter of Manfred von Karma and a student of his who's also junior to me. You're the one who's junior to me, and don't you forget it. You're not conveniently avoiding the bar examination, are you? Ha! If you were able to pass, then I'll have absolutely no trouble at all. I'll never allow myself to lose to you. Never. Why does she always have to be this competitive? Anyway, Papa, are you really assigning Miles Edgeworth to cover the case? Yes, I am. What do you ask? Oops, sorry. Actually, yeah, this is what I wanted to see. The profiles. Francis, she's so tiny. 13, damn. Oh yeah, she did prosecute at age 13. Okay. But she hasn't actually done it yet, but she will pretty soon. My mentor's daughter, my little stepsister, studying to be a prosecutor in Germany, back on break. I don't know why they actually don't officially have Manfred like adopt Edgeworth. I feel, well, ultimately it's not necessary to do that, but I feel like it would have been a little bit more interesting to actually have him be like an actual stepson. But I don't know, maybe that's just me. Maybe that's just me. I just thought it would be a little bit more interesting. But you know, yeah, I think ultimately unnecessary. So yeah. Yes, I am. Why do you ask? Well, you know, I'm close to becoming a prosecutor myself. And I am 100% confident that I can do a better job than him. That's just like Francisca. She has no problem bad-mouthing someone right in front of them. Bad. Yeah. These two will be conducting the investigation. What? You want me to look both of these kids loose on the crime scene? No. Ha. This is a perfect opportunity for them to work on their prosecutorial skills. A crime scene is not a place for children to be messing around in. I'm the one with the authority over this crime scene, Bad, and I will not tolerate complaining. Oh, you're so fucking lucky. Edgeworth, Francisca, I leave this case to the two of you. Understood, sir. Yes, Papa. I'll go take care of the paperwork now. Remember, I'll accept nothing but a perfect report from the both of you. Do not disappoint me. Hold up, Von Karm. Damn, shit. I'm gonna fucking hit you with this fucking stick. Miles Edgeworth. It's been quite some time, Francisco. This will be the perfect chance for us to see which of us is truly worthy of the Von Karma name. Would it kill you to at least say hello? Ugh, long time no see. Very good. Damn. He actually put her... he actually, like, fucking... Okay, sorry. Just because you became... became a prosecutor first doesn't mean you can act all proud. Has it changed a bit? Miles Edgeworth, as I was saying, we shall see which of us is worthy of the Von Karma name. For crying out loud, I've been reduced to a babysitter. It looks like Mr. Von Karma was successful in convincing the detective. Damn. That's just like him. He never fails. Now, I appreciate it if you could quickly run me through the facts, Detective Bad. Or else I'm gonna have to get my daddy on you again. You're better off checking things on your own. Very well. Dad! Seems like getting help from Detective Bad will be a most arduous task. Arduous? September 10th, 4:15 p.m. District Court, Deterrent Lobby number 2. That's crazy. There's a 13-year-old in the crime scene. Is the only real explanation that they killed each other simultaneously? Miles Edgeworth, you should listen to someone until they are finished talking. What are you talking about? I will only say it one more time. This is a competition to see who is truly worthy of the Von Karma name. A competition? The person that figures out the truth first wins. So the person who doesn't discover the truth is a dishonor to the name. Exactly. I don't care that you became a prosecutor before me. I simply refuse to hear any more foolish things come from your foolish mouth. Fine, whatever makes you happy. Can I take that as you accept my challenge? Once again, whatever makes you happy. Ha! Well then, let's begin the investigation, shall we? I'm going to find the perfect evidence and prettily present it like the professional I am. Competing to discover the truth behind a crime. How delightfully childish. Oh my gosh. That coat. You kids over there. Kid. Ha. Serves you right, Miles. He just called you a kid. I said kids, kid. How dare you call me a kid as well? I'll fucking shoot you. I'll do what I please, and I won't allow you to cause a ruckus in my crime scene. Hey, big guy. You're going to watch over these two. Yes, sir, Detective Bad, sir. Now, do what I say from now on. Oh, now, do what I say from now on, kids, okay? You better not get in the way, Scruffy. You feel the bite of my whip if you do. Eek. Then you, prosecutor boy. Let's get your investigation started already, alright? Great. Now even that detective's treating me like a child. Excuse me. Alright, it's time to get investigating. Get a move on, prosecutor boy. My name is Miles Edgeworth. And if you were to call me prosecutor boy one more time, it will be my duty as prosecutor to look into your monthly salary. Oh. What, but sir? And what would you do with my salary after you saw how much it was? That's up to you. That's up to you now, isn't it? Really? Sounds good, pal. He's so naive. Deduct $100. Defendant lobby number 2. Detective Bad, may I have a word with you? What is it? It appears that both a knife and a gun were used as murder weapons. Yeah, it does. That leads us to our first question of the investigation. Where did the men acquire the weapons? The gun was inside of Mr. Faraday's bag. It was a piece of evidence that was presented in the trial earlier today. It was used to kill the Kodopian embassy staff member, but I never heard anything about the knife. That is a very short blade. Mr. Rell was being held by the police. There's no way he could have brought it in. Which means it's possible that Faraday had the knife on him from the start as well. Could it have been a piece of evidence that is yet to be presented? But then, why doesn't Detective Bad know about it? Wait, what if... It's possible that Mr. Faraday brought the knife in under the guise of prosecutorial evidence. He could have then brought it out and attacked Mr. Rell with it. Maybe you got a brain in there after all, kid. Ugh. Is he going to treat me like a child forever? It looks like Mr. Faraday attacked Mr. Rell first, who then counterattacked it. That's the only logical conclusion you can draw from a scene like this. Not yet. I feel that it's much too early to be drawing conclusions already. I must first find conclusive evidence so as to ensure the honor of the Von Karman name. Okay, let's, plant. This decorative plant's foliage is quite nice. It's actually soon to be around. Perhaps I should purchase one for my room. I don't think he has a plant for his... Does he have a plant in his office? Well, okay. By room, he's probably referring to his, like, actual house, so... Maybe. Yeah, I don't remember seeing a... seeing a plant there. Here's a lovely couch. It looks like this sofa is ready to be disposed of. It's so soft, sir, I could sleep for all 25 hours of the day on this thing. This fucking idiot. If only I could dispose of him. Okay, let's look at the table. There are some plastic bags stacked up on the table. There's a tea set too, but there doesn't seem to be any sign of a disturbance. Yeah, that's the table's all neat and tidy. Neat and tidy table. The tea set and plastic bags on top of the tables are completely undisturbed. Logic. Nice. Sorry. Maybe they were super quiet in their scuffle, sir. After all, I didn't hear anything from out in the hallway, you know. Maybe the plastic bags scattered on the floor are throwing us off. Is it something different? Okay, yeah, tea set. There's a bag. There's some stuff in the... Oh, there's some stuff in the bag there, pal. I suppose this was Mr. Faraday's bag. It's probably the trial evidence I was supposed to collect from him. This is the evidence? I'd better not touch it. I'll leave prints on it. Do you just not pay attention to anything you do? Through the TV. Whoa. What is it, Detective Gumshoe? My TV at home is so tiny compared to this one, pal. Then perhaps you should purchase a more normal-sized television like this one. Oh, let me see here. Wow, this thing is huge. Oh, and way too noisy. You're a noisy one, Scruffy. Don't touch it, you'll get your fingerprints all over it. But I didn't touch it, sir. Preservation of the crime scene is the foundation of detective work. You shall pay with your life.
The foundation, huh? Sounds like something the rookie here needs to shore up on. Excuse me. The window was open and there's a fresh flowery scent in the air. The flowers in the garden down there are so gross and ghastly. Do you think maybe you could try offering something useful for a change? Well, at least there's no way someone escaped through this window, pal. They wouldn't wake up and smell the flowers after a fall from the 3rd floor. Are you willfully ignoring the fact that there are also iron bars on the windows? Lobby number 2 window. No human can climb through these barred windows. The scent of flowers is in the air. Interesting piece of logic there. Okay. Yeah, I guess there's that too. Either way, no one could get through these windows, right, pal? They thought of everything when they were designing this courthouse. Very nice. Okay, let's talk to you Bad first. Lined up perfectly. Perfect. Detective Bad, do you have any thoughts on the case? Faraday and Morel. It looks like they killed each other to me. Although, there are a few things that just don't seem right. And what would they be? Why don't you try thinking on your own first before you bother me, boy? Oh, what? Now I've just been downgraded to just boy? Okay, I can't talk to him. It's staticky now, so I guess we can examine this again. The TV has been left on. Why are you looking at me like that? It wasn't me. I didn't touch anything. Gumshoe, you do know what would happen to you if you touch something again, right? I won't touch anything again. I won't even go anywhere near the TV, sir. And you, get back to your investigation, alright? I was planning to do so anyway. Okay, let's talk to Francisco. She's so short. Ah, I see. Did you figure something out? This is a competition, Mouse, and as such, I appreciate it if you didn't talk to me. Sigh, as you wish. Gosh, so fucking children. Alright, 2 bodies on top of each other. Blood. Is that blood in the bag? Or is that an outline? It looks like it's in the bag. It looks like Mr. Faraday fell on top of Mr. Rell. At first glance, it seems like they must have killed each other. However, using logic, the only logical conclusion is, aha. What was that outburst for? My detective instincts just hit me real hard from the back of my head. It was Mr. Rell that fell first, see? You don't need a detective instinct for that. It's common sense. But I suppose we won't know much more than that until after I examine the bodies. I won't rush until I inspected every suspicious looking nook and cranny. I hate you, Edgeworth, every time you say that. Okay, let's look at the ass here. I was just kidding. Let's look at the neck. Mr. Faraday, how ironic is it for him to lose his life in a courthouse? Yeah, why did it have to be like this? I don't know what to say. I can't believe this happened while I was on watch, pal. Rather than beating yourself up, you should spend your time continuing the investigation. Didn't you become a detective in order to solve crimes? Yeah. Then get back to work. Find out the case of his murder. Pause, sorry. Right, I'm on it, pal. This guy. First he killed a Cadopian embassy staff member, then he was murdered himself. This guy wasn't exactly an angel, you know. Oh, what makes you say that? Well, he's been hauled into the precinct several times for theft and assault, pal. So yeah, he's definitely the type to have committed a murder or two. Well, he did admit to killing Mr. Deadman. Hey, good points, pal. I knew my detective intuition was telling me something. Detective's intuition? Yup, do you know about it? It's a special feeling that all detectives... We don't have time for this conversation right now. Let's return to the investigation. Gun. Looks like Mr. Faraday died while holding the gun in his right hand. So he shot Mr. Rell and then fell on top of him while still gripping onto the gun? I guess that seems kind of strange, huh? I mean, why would Mr. Faraday know how to fire a gun? It's not exactly rocket science. Even I know how to pull a trigger. Although, I doubt I'll ever need to use one. I hope I'll never have to fire a gun either, pal. But it sure does look cool to hold a gun in your hands. It appears that the police screening procedures need a thorough review. Anyway, I should jot down some notes about the handgun in Mr. Faraday's hand. Handgun. Let's check it out. Was Faraday's evidence from Bassie's staff killing case? It was found in his hand. Awesome. Let's look at the blood. Why are there plastic bags scattered all around? Yeah, I was right. Those bags are for keeping evidence safe, pal. Like blood. I know that much, detective. You sure are good at this stuff, aren't you, pal? Normally, I'd be happy when someone compliments me, but when it's this guy... Anyway, could these plastic bags be evidence of a fight between the two men? Plastic bags strewn about. Plastic bags used to store evidence are strewn all over the floor. And now for the knife. Or the hand, actually. His hand is all blacked down here, see? I wonder what it could be. If you look closely, this blotching pattern resembles an ink stain. Mr. Faraday has ink on his left hand. Why is there ink on such a place anyway? Interesting. Ink stain, sir? Yes, I usually get inked on my own hand when I use my feather pen. A feather pen, sir? I have never seen one before. Sure you aren't just making it up, pal. Okay, what about his hand? Okay, can't look at that. Now we can look at the knife. It looks like Mr. Rell died with the knife in his hand, sir. There's some blood stuck on it. Then he must have used this as a weapon. Yep, no doubt about it. Was Mr. Faraday carrying this on his personage? Did he bring this as a piece of evidence for the trial? Or did he bring it with a very different intention in mind? I should jot some notes down about it. The knife. Excuse me. Mr. Rell's cause of death was from being shot, correct? Okay, let me look at the knife. Was Faraday's evidence from Bassie's staff killing case? It was found in his hand. Wait, that's the gun. Knife. I believe Faraday brought this as evidence. It was found in Rell's hand. Okay. That's what we think, but it's hard to tell with him lying face down, sir. Death is bad enough, but it's truly lamentable that someone would try to hide the truth. Are you sure they were trying to hide something? I can't confirm Mr. Rell's cause of death with his body position like that. Detective Bad, I'd like to examine the bodies in further detail if possible. What's this? You're not able to form a theory with them the way they are? Fuck. I believe an examination of the body is vital to finding the perfect evidence, don't you? I suppose you do have a point. Well, hurry up and get on with it. Lobby. That's his name. Yes, sir. We've taken enough photos of the crime scene, sir. And there you have it. Do you not approve? Of course not. What? Let me take a sip real quick. Sorry. Investigation of a crime scene is the work of a detective, so don't touch a thing. Hey, big fella, turn over the bodies for me, will you? Okay. Please forgive me, Mr. Faraday, sir. Shoot, do not get emotionally involved. Remember, you're a detective.
Yes, sir. Understood, sir.
Aw, that's so cute. They died together. I won't rest. Shut up. Okay, let's see here. Dick? The gun? Mr. Faraday is holding a gun in his right hand. That's the one Mr. Rel got blown away by, right? Lobby, your answer? Yes, sir. We found that the ballistic markings do match that gun. Oh, ballistic markings are the figurative fingerprints a gun leaves on a bullet when fired. Every gun leaves its own unique ballistic markings. Therefore, by looking at the markings on a bullet, you can tell which gun it came from. Yeah, that's it. Of course, I already knew all about that, pal. Maybe you'd be better off going back to the academy. Come on, sir. Cut me some slack, will you? Alright, sorry. Cut me some slack, will you? So the bullet that was fired from this gun is what felled Mr. Rel? It felled Rel. Okay, we got a knife wound, I'm assuming. There's a knife wound in his chest, yes, see. I wonder if the wound matches the knife Mr. Rel is holding. Lobby! Yes, sir. Verifying now, sir. Make it quick. From the looks of things, one could deduce that the knife Mr. Rel is holding is what killed Mr. Faraday. The neck. Mr. Faraday, how ironic is it for him to lose life in the courthouse? Yeah, why did it have to be like this? I don't know what to say anymore. So, hold on. I can't believe this happened while I was on watch, pal. Rather than beating yourself up, you should spend your time continuing the investigation. Didn't you become a detective in solve crime? Okay, this seems to be the same thing. Okay, let's look at his face. Okay, same thing for him. Okay, let's look at the knife. It looks like Mr. Faraday was stabbed with this knife that Mr. Rel is holding. Yeah, ouch. What's wrong, detective? My stomach started to hurt from just thinking about being stabbed. Just keep your mind on the case, alright? Shot in the chest. And you're to blame? It takes some guts to fire a gun in the courthouse. I mean, I've been a detective for a whole week and I still haven't fired a single round yet. There aren't any... Oh my gosh. There aren't any burn marks on his clothes. That must mean... Wait, burn marks? A round grows very hot as it's discharged from a firearm. Therefore, burn marks are usually left when a shot is fired from point-blank range. Ergo, Mr. Rel must have been shot from at least a yard or two away. Updated. You sure do know a bunch of neat stuff for your age, pal. Found in hand. Bullet that killed Rel was fired from a few yards away. Got it. Apparently, this detective has as much common knowledge as... Oh, look at that. Spelling mistake. They forgot an M. They forgot an M on the common. I found it. Common knowledge as your everyday marsupial. Haha. Alright, now let's look at this thing here. There's something in his breast pocket. It's a fountain pen? Fountain pen in pocket. The fountain pen in Mr. Faraday's pocket has an especially nice nib. I know all about nibs. Hey, you know, I've always keep a pencil behind my ear. It's because Detective Bad is always telling me you should always write your name on everything you own. Yes, somehow you do strike me as quite a forgetful individual. Let us now try to understand how the two men died. First, Mr. Faraday took the gun and the knife out from today's trial evidence. Then, he aimed the gun at Mr. Rell and fired. However, Mr. Rell managed to grab the knife and countered Mr. Faraday while being shot. Sorry. Then the two men fell together where they stood. That is my theory in any case. What a crazy way to go. Still, something about that explanation just doesn't seem right. Perhaps he notes. I believe I now have a firmer grasp on what's happened here. Look at this. Notes pertaining to Byrne Faraday and Mac Rell. Victim Byrne Faraday, age 40, Mac Rell, age 32, time of death September 10th, approximately 4 p.m., discovered immediately after a gunshot was heard. Remarks about the body: Faraday died of a knife stab to the chest. Rell died of a bullet wound to the chest. There's no gunpowder burn on its clothes, suggesting he was shot from a few yards away. And the dead bodies. Perfect. Okay, can I talk to him? No, I can't. Okay, let's talk to Francisca. I see. Did you figure something out? This is a competition, Miles, and as such, I appreciate it if you didn't talk to me. As you wish. Maybe Detective Bad can talk to me. Detective Bad, do you have any thoughts on the case? Faraday and Rell. It looks like they killed each other to me. Although, there are a few things that just don't seem right. And what would they be? Okay. Okay, let's logic things up a bit. Okay, neat and tidy. Plastic bags strewn around. Okay, lobby number 2 window. Fountain pen and ink stain. Well, let's obviously do the obvious. And do this. That splotch from Mr. Faraday's hand. I wonder if it might be the ink from his fountain pen. Oh, let's ask the lab guy. Detective Gumshoe, I confirm that the substance on Mr. Faraday's hand is the ink from his fountain pen. I see. Good work. You know, I've always wanted to say that, even if it was just one time in my life. If Mr. Faraday wrote with his fountain pen in his left hand, I think it's fair to assume that he was left-handed. It appears that Mr. Faraday's pen is very important to our case as well. Okay, if you say so, pal. Do I actually have the pen as evidence? I don't. Okay. Oh, there it is. Let me look at it. Mr. Faraday's fountain pen. Fountain pen used by the left-handed Faraday. It looks like it has a quality nib. Okay. It seems Mr. Faraday was in the habit of using a very nice fountain pens. That's the total opposite of me. I don't get these things at all. Heh, well, I think the pencil behind your ears suits you just fine. Really? You think so, pal? Man, I knew it was worth something. That wasn't exactly a compliment, detective. Okay. Okay, I think we can examine the tip now. This looks like a quality nib. Hey, let me test it out, pal. Ooh, this is really... Ack, I got ink all over my hand. Detective Gumshoe, don't ever play with the evidence like that again. Damn, get on his head. Let me look at it again. Okay. Same thing. What are we at? Oh, we're at exactly an hour and a half. Okay. Okay, now we can put more evidence together. Oh, sorry, logic. So, neat and tidy table, lobby 2 window. I think the plastic bags and then the table, yeah. Like, come on now, come on. There's a very tidy pile of plastic bags on the table, and yet a portion of them wound up scattered on the floor as well. It's not likely that the ones on the floor were knocked over during a struggle. In which case, might there not be another explanation as to how they got there? Another reason, sir? I believe it's possible that the blood on the outside of the bag is related somehow. Ike, please get the blood away from me, pal. Detective Gumshoe, whose blood is on this bag? Hold on. Let me ask the lab guy. Alright, please hurry. Wait till you get a load of this, pal. It's Mr. Faraday's. Oh, and the technician said they didn't find anything else on or in the bag either. It would appear that this bag is a very important piece of evidence. Okay, if you say so. I'll leave it in your hands, pal. Plastic bag. I guess there's not much left to investigate, huh? They really did kill each other. Look at the bag. One of the bags strewn on the floor in lobby 2 has Faraday's blood on it. Yep, that is blood. This blood here is from Mr. Faraday, but there are no other clues to be found. Which begs the question, do I need to put this bag inside another bag in order to preserve it as evidence? Yeah, I guess so. Okay. No, we can't conclude that quite yet. Now I have to deduce things here. There's still something I find very peculiar here. The theory that they simply killed one another is too simplistic in this case. In fact, there's actually a contradiction that shows that there is another possibility. No way, pal. Really? Huh. I suppose I would just have to show you the conflict of this crime scene. I won't rest until I deduce. Okay, got this pen right there, this gun right there, knife one right there. Oh, is it a knife? It's a knife, isn't it? Not even gonna second guess myself. Fuck! There's a clear contradiction with the evidence here in this spot. Really, pal? Because I don't see anything wrong here. Ha, I was merely testing you. Hey, pal, don't make me arrest you for lying. Ugh, I guess I was mistaken. Alright, I made a mistake. Oh yeah, the left-handedness, isn't it? I thought it was a knife. I mean, look at the length of that blade. Man, fuck you. Alright, here we go. The left hand, I guess. Damn it. Eureka! Now we come face to face with a contradiction I spoke of, and it is this. Mr. Faraday used his left hand to write with his fountain pen. Ergo, he is left-handed. And yet, the handgun in his right hand... I read that wrong, I think. Don't you find it odd that the left-handed Mr. Faraday would hold a gun in his right hand? That lady and my gosh. That, lady and gentleman, is the great contradiction haunting this crime scene. Hey, you're right, pal. That does seem kind of strange. But how could something like that happen? The facts add up to one conclusion and one alone. Someone else put the gun in Mr. Faraday's hand after he died. Someone else's? Plastic bags scattered on the floor and a gun in the wrong hand. I sense the presence of a shadowy figure behind this case. A person of vile intent who is serious about keeping the truth from us. Investigation complete. The bloop. September 10th. Yep. Number 2. I should take a sip. Here's the autopsy report. Gosh, you're so short. It is probable, yeah. It is probable that Mr. Rail survived for a short time after he was shot. However, Mr. Faraday died instantaneously from his stabbing. Interesting. Fancy notes. It looks like we now know everything we need to know about this case. Oh my gosh, excuse me. Alright, let's look at the updated notes. 4 p.m. after the gunshot. Faraday died of a knife stab to the chest. The shock from the stabbing caused instantaneous death. Rail died of a bullet wound to the chest. There's no gunpowder burn, suggesting he was shot after a few yards away. It's possible he was alive for a little while after being shot. Okay. Lived long enough, just long enough to write his killer's name in blood. It looks, yeah, I read this. Are you sure we know everything? Of course. The incident began with Mr. Faraday attempting to get his revenge. The prosecutor went into a rage from being accused and tried to kill the defendant. But the defendant fought back. They ended up killing each other. It's all very clear and simple. There is absolutely no margin for doubt. Do you really believe that to be the truth? Ha! Ha! Are you saying that just because I figured out the truth before you, that you don't want to believe it's true? Ugh. It's alright if you disagree with my argument, then prove me wrong. Well, is there any... Man, her being this tall when she's 13 does not seem right. Like, I think they should actually make the character portraits, you know, accurate to heights. Like, actually make her head go into, like, the text box, I guess. But then it won't actually be that clear. Okay, I get why they do that, but it's kind of throwing me off. Well, if there are any contradictions to be found, that is. Don't worry, I will. Argument. What's happened? Mr. Faraday's death was instantaneous while Mr. Rell survived for a short time. From this, it's obvious that Mr. Faraday died after he was shot. After he shot Mr. Rell. And Mr. Rell, while on the brink of death, stole Mr. Faraday's knife and stabbed him. Those are the facts of this case. Okay. Mr. Faraday's death was instantaneous, therefore he must have attacked first. Proving that logic to be false is probably the fastest way to show her that she's wrong. In that case, I should first look for any holes in her theory. Rebuttal. Mr. Faraday's death was instantaneous while Mr. Bell survived for a short time. Do you truly believe that Mr. Faraday died instantaneously? I have the murder report right here. Mr. Faraday died instantaneously of shock due to being stabbed in the chest. There you see, it's been documented clear as day. Ah. From this, it's obvious that Mr. Faraday died after he shot Mr. Bell. Okay. Mr. Faraday shot Mr. Bell before he died. Do you have any basis for that statement? Your foolishness has no end, does it? Now, I hate to repeat myself, however, Mr. Faraday died instantaneously. That's all the basis I need. Alright. So if Mr. Faraday died instantaneously, then he must have attacked Mr. Rell before being stabbed. You're finally beginning to catch on, I see. And Mr. Rell, while on the brink of death, stole Mr. Faraday's knife and stabbed him. Mr. Rell, what the fuck? Hold on. Okay, got it. So you believe that the dying Mr. Rell stole the knife from Mr. Faraday. Mr. Rell became desperate as he did not want to die. Human beings can do amazing things when they are put to the test. So the two men struggled, and in the end, Mr. Rell was able to grab the knife and stab Mr. Faraday. The messy condition of this room is a testament to the struggle. Yes, my logic is perfectly sound. Can you really say that is perfect? What are you insinuating? Nothing. However, I can't let what you said slide by without further inquiry. One must be clear and precise, so if you could append that statement to your testimony. Fine. They struggled and Mr. Rell used the last of his strength to counterattack Mr. Faraday. About this statement, Mr. Rell used all of his remaining strength to take the knife and defend himself. One can easily see that they had a violent struggle. Of course, it's nothing compared to what my riding crop can do. How does one compare the damage your crop can do with the state of this room? Furthermore, all the plastic bags under the floor in this room were scattered there due to the fight. Is there anything else that I can explain for you? No, that would be fine. Those are the facts of this case. No. Claiming speculation as fact already. Don't you feel that the evidence is a bit lacking? You'll find all the evidence you need just by looking around this room. Mr. Faraday collapsed on top of Mr. Rell. In addition, Mr. Faraday died instantaneously, making a counter-attack impossible. Furthermore, the room is a total mess from the fight. I dare say that there's more evidence here than you could whip at. It looks like she's becoming more and more confident. And, looking at this place, she might have a right to be. After all, everything here seems to support her theory. It looks like you're starting to see my point. I have as good as won our little competition. There's something strange about Francisca's theory. I should compare her claim with the data I've gathered thus far. I just know there's a contradiction somewhere. Okay, yep. Yep. The struggle that Mr. Rell used live. Oops. Mr. Wait, where's there? While Mr. Rose survived for a short time. From this, it is obvious that Mr. Faraday died after he shot Mr. Rel. Obvious. They struggled, and Mr. Rel used the last of his strength to counterattack Mr. Faraday. Okay, let me see about this here. The knife. Crime scene notes. Died of a knife. Died of a bullet. Fountain pen. Quality knit, black. Plastic bag. One of the bags strewn has Faraday's blood on it. Faraday's blood on it. Those are the facts of this case. They struggled. Mr. Rel used the last of his strength to counterattack Mr. Faraday. From this, it's obvious that Mr. Faraday died after he shot Mr. Rel. Okay, Mr. Faraday's death was instantaneous. That's about right. They struggled. Mr. Rel used the last of his strength to counteract Mr. Faraday. Is that true, I wonder? Other than a gunshot, you didn't hear a sign of a struggle. Plastic bag. One of the bags strewn on the floor. It's obvious that he died after he shot Mr. Rel. Yeah. They struggled. Oh, the struggle. Is that it? Is it the bag? Nope. Fountain pen. Okay, must be in the notes. Yep. Remarks. Faraday died. Surgeon was shot. It's possible he was alive for a little while after being shot. Knife. Handgun. Didn't hear a sign of a struggle. Okay, I'm gonna present this testimony then. Hell yeah. No, you dumb little girl. If the two men were fighting, the struggle would have surely caused quite a bit of noise. However, Detective Gumshoe testified that he heard absolutely nothing. Ha! You place too much faith in that detective's testimony, you know. But for the sake of argument, let's say there wasn't a fight. How then did Mr. Rel get his hands on the knife? Mr. Faraday's bag was sitting right here in lobby number 2. It is not hard to imagine that perhaps Mr. Rel saw a chance and took it out at some point. So, what are you saying is this? Mr. Rel took a chance when he saw the opportunity and took the knife from the bag. And then Mr. Faraday shot Mr. Rel after being stabbed. Isn't there something strange in Francisca's statement just now? Yeah, something's off. Sure. Wait, something doesn't add up. Oh, really? Yet something's not possible for Mr. Faraday to have shot Mr. Rel after being stabbed. It's not possible for Mr. Faraday to shot Mr. Rel after being stabbed. Because of instant death. Like, what? Did you say this, Princess? Wait, what? Okay. According to the coroner's report, Mr. Faraday died instantaneously, meaning that he died immediately upon being stabbed by the knife. Ergo, he could not possibly have fired the gun after that. Oh, you've got me. But of course. Francisca, Francisca, you know this. Why do I have to point that out? Did I misread something? Okay, sure, whatever. Well then, if the report is correct, then there is only one correct explanation. If we suppose that Mr. Rel attacked first, Then Mr. Faraday, who died instantaneously, would have been unable to kill Mr. Rell. Therefore, Mr. Rell must have stabbed Mr. Faraday after he was shot. Then they both died. That is the only explanation that makes logical sense. Negating your opponent's ideas in order to prove your own theories. I see you've been studying, Francisca. I just wanted to explain it to you as simply as possible, before you foolishly propose a foolish theory that only a foolish fool like you could. How naive of you to believe that only your opinions are valid, and still expect to discover the truth that the crime scene offers you. Tusk, tusk, tusk. Francisca, you still got a ways to go. What are you talking about? Are you saying there's a flaw in my logic? Mr. Faraday died instantaneously, and the fact that he did is what gives rise to the contradiction in the scene. The contradiction here in the crime scene is this. The order of events, the order of bodies fell, the evidence bag's location. Maybe the order of the bodies fell. Let me see. So... okay. So if he was shot... yeah, it's gonna be the order the bodies fell. Barely should be on the bottom, right? Let me get this straight. What you are arguing is this. Mr. Faraday took the gun from his evidence bag and shot Mr. Rell. Then the wounded Mr. Rell found an opportunity to take the knife and strike back. Okay, hold on, let me do another. I gotta do a cut. Okay. I think I read this, yeah. Upon being stabbed, Mr. Faraday died on the spot, and Mr. Rell died thereafter. If that's the case, then how do you explain this? Take a good look at the order in which their bodies are piled. No! Mr. Faraday's body is lying on top of Mr. Rell's. Therefore, Mr. Rell must have died before Mr. Faraday. Impossible. Yes, I agree that it seems strange no matter what angle you approach it from. Which means that the real mystery behind this crime scene that we must solve is... no, not so fast, Mr. Miles Edgeworth. What now? I simply think that you ought to think a bit more outside the box. And that even clearer now that the incident started with Mr. Faraday's murderous intent. She sure bounced back quickly. An explanation won't be enough this time. It's going to take some very decisive evidence to prove her wrong. Oh my gosh. Argument part 2. It was just chance that Mr. Faraday's body fell on top of Mr. Rell's. The two bodies fell into a pile, which indicates that they attacked each other at the same time. It really doesn't matter in the slightest that they fell in the opposite order. Jesus. Sorry. Now I just know that Francisca's explanation isn't absolutely correct. All I have to do is find a hole in her logic. Once I do, I can then present her with the evidence that proves the contradiction. Real beetle. It was just a chance that Mr. Faraday's body fell on top of Mr. Rell's. About that. Oh, okay. So, pressing someone's testimony in order to gain some time to think. You're a real one-trick pony, aren't you? It's too bad your trick only works on fools. That wasn't my intent. I simply wish for more details as to how Mr. Faraday ended up on top of Mr. Rell. Someone's impatient. I was just about to explain everything to you. So what? Is that how to say? Do you think you could hold on for a minute? Francisca, I'll make you a deal. I'll hold on if you hold on to that whip of yours. Oh, I'll hold on to it alright, as I whip you. Well, now that you quietened out a bit, I'd like to continue if you don't mind. The two bodies fell into a pile. Let me try one more time. The two fell on top of each other. Don't you find that to be a bit strange? Not at all. Ah, I can see in her eyes she's dead set against me from the bottom of her heart. Miles Edgeworth, once I'm done here, you'll see that there's nothing strange at all. Now then, the two men fell into a pile, which indicates that they attacked each other at the same time. What do you mean by they attacked each other at the same time? I assume Mr. Faraday had the two different weapons in his hands. He made to attack Mr. Rell while holding both the knife and revolver, and then, after Mr. Faraday fired the gun, Mr. Rell grabbed the knife as he was falling and stabbed Mr. Faraday. That is how Mr. Rell wound up on the bottom with Mr. Faraday on top. At close range, that is more than possible. Yes, it's possible, but... Well, if you have any other ideas, then show me what you've got. Oh, I will. And to that extent, I'd like for you to append what you just said to your testimony. I don't see any point to that, but as you please. Sorry? That attack indicates that they attacked from each other at the same time from close range. And I already know the evidence to present there. It's the gun. You're saying that they attacked each other at the same time from close range? Exactly. Mr. Faraday pointed the gun at Mr. Rell's chest and pulled his trigger. Mr. Rell then took the knife from Mr. Faraday and stabbed him before he fell unconscious. The dead Mr. Faraday instantly fell on top of Mr. Rell from the stabbing, pinning Mr. Rell under him, where he died shortly thereafter. And that's how they ended up on top of each other, with no contradiction to be seen. It really doesn't matter the slightest that they fell in the opposite order. So impressed the rest of the statements. Do you really believe they fell in the exact opposite in order in which they attacked? Miles Edgeworth, you're not listening to what that I'm saying. Ow! They both attacked each other at the same time, and Mr. Rell fell first by chance, leaving Mr. Faraday to just happen to fall on top of him. Then Mr. Rell died shortly thereafter, pinned underneath Mr. Faraday. That's how it happened. So the two men attacked each other while Mr. Rell randomly falling down first? The fact that the order that they attacked each other in varies from the order they fell in doesn't cause a problem for me. However, there's definitely one certain aspect that I'm having trouble swallowing. Okay, it was chance. Okay, we're at the beginning. Alright, close range. Here we go. Let's just do the gun, right? Few yards away. Here we go. You dumb bitch. So, you believe they killed each other at close range? Sorry, but that's impossible. Just as it is written in the crime scene notes, the firing of the handgun did not leave a gunpowder burn on Mr. Rell's clothes. Therefore, Mr. Rell and the gun must have been separated by a distance of at least 2 or 3 yards. Ah! Yes, this is by far the biggest contradiction. The two bodies are piled up on each other, yet the gun was fired from a distance. And with there being no chance that Mr. Rell moved that far after being shot, that leaves only one possible explanation. What a completely foolish line of foolish thought from a thoroughly foolish fool. If I'm not right, then who was it that made the first move with the intent to kill, huh? Who? The person that attacked first with murder's intent. That would be... neither man. Here in this room, contradictions appear no matter which man we claim attacked first. Thus, there can only be one explanation. There was a third person here. Ah! It was that third person who killed both Mr. Faraday and Mr. Rell, and set their bodies up to make it look like a double murder. That third person is the real culprit. Miles Edgeworth, there's just one thing you're missing. Evidence, correct? Exactly. Everything you said up until now is nothing but a story played out in your head. However, this is where the real test begins. Can you prove that there was a third person involved in this crime? Of course. If a third person was truly here, that fact would resolve the glaring contradiction. The proof that this has been a setup made to look like they killed each other. I'll present it and lay bare the final piece of the puzzle that's not yet in place. What is the piece of evidence that proves that there's a third person involved? Alright, hold on though. Gotta, good. Okay. The piece of evidence that proves there's a third person involved. Okay, no profiles though. This is probably Manny coaching, huh? Okay, it could be the testimony. Discovered after a gunshot was heard. The shock from the stabbing caused instantaneous death. Suggesting he was shot after. It's possible he was alive for a lot of shots. Fountain pen used by left hand looks like it has a quality nib. One of the plastic strewn has Faraday's blood on it. Oh, it's kind of tough. Well, I'm thinking the testimony or the bag, but I'm not sure how. Okay. No, maybe not the bag. Third person involved. Could be the newspaper, the overview actually. Maybe. Maybe the the testimony maybe. Shit. This is that very evidence. And exactly how is this related? Do you think you could explain it to me? No, I cannot. There is no need for an explanation. Well, I have no idea how it's related, so could you please explain it to me? Yes, well, let me guess. You can't explain it, can you? Ah! It would appear that I was wrong. But there's definitely a contradiction here. And it should resolve itself if there truly was a third person here. I just need to go over the evidence and my thoughts once again. Okay. So it wasn't that. Oh, it wasn't testimony. Maybe the handgun. Okay, maybe the pen, because it was found in the left hand. Shit! Oh my gosh. No, please. I can't falter here. Okay, let me see. Good. Okay. Okay, it's still not the testimony or the pen. Okay, I'm thinking it's the gun or the knife because it was found in the hand there. Haha. Yeah, that was probably more obvious. The gun in Mr. Faraday's hand and the plastic bag with his blood on it. These two items point to the presence of a third person, so it was a bag. How so? Recall Detective Gumshoe's testimony.
I was in the hallway the whole time, but I didn't hear a single peep of a struggle. Okay, I could the testimony. Come on, the testimony could have worked. If there wasn't a struggle in this room, then there shouldn't be any plastic bags on the ground, meaning that someone else must deliberately scatter them around. No, no, no. Do you not see the possibility in this? Disregarding the gun for the moment, there's a high probability of blood splatter when a knife is used on a person. If the culprit held a knife with a plastic bag around it, they could use the bag to catch any blood splatter from when they withdrew the knife. Then, by spreading a few more plastic bags around, mixing the bloody ones up in with them, and arranging the room to make it look like there has been a struggle between the two, they were able to conceal their presence. Ah! Looks like we still got a long way to go in this investigation. Yes. What the fuck? Who said you said that? What the heck is up with you, pal? Mr. Bad, I advise you to place Detective Gumshoe under arrest. What? Can I just shoot him? What's the meaning of this? Ha, looks like you're not man enough to discipline your own subordinates. Don't you dare. That detective claims he was there standing in front of the door the entire time, but I have it on good authority that it was all a giant lie. Miss Yu, I ask that you please explain that last statement. I'll let His Honor explain himself. Damn, looks like he's out of breath. Hold on. I saw with my own eyes, I tell you. During the recess, there was a period of time when there was no one in the hallway. What? See, Mr. Bad? So I ask you, why would a detective who was supposedly doing his job the whole time want to fabricate such a lie? Gumshoe, did you kill Faraday? No, sir. Of course not, sir. It would appear that the one who set up this whole crime scene up is that detective, which basically renders his testimony a complete lie and wholly invalid. It looks like your perfect logic has just come tumbling down, Miles. I was in the hallway at the time. I didn't hear a single peep of the struggle. Was that statement really a lie? Detective Gumshoe, you're now the suspect in the murder of 2 men. Now spit out the truth, or so help me, I'll shoot you. I haven't lied to anyone, sir, honest. I really was there. I was in the hallway the whole time. Detective Bad, I ask that you please do not act without my permission. After all, I am the one that is heading up this investigation, am I not? Don't talk like you know what's going on, boy. Ho 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 ho, test test test. All I want for this investigation to run perfectly. Perfection is the only wish of a disciple of Von Karma, after all. Therefore, before you take Detective Gumshoe into custody, I'd like to set the record straight on something. And what's that? What should I ask Detective Gumshoe about? I'm gonna save. Good. Okay. Why he wasn't in the hallway? Stay in the hallway. What about motive for murders? I suppose the one thing I'd like to clarify is Detective Gumshoe's motive for committing his crime. Motive, huh? Gumshoe, you got a grudge against Faraday or something?
No, sir, not me. Not a single bad thing against Mr. Faraday, sir. Is that a fact?
That's your voice? Okay. Doesn't really have a lot of oomph in it. Alright.
You really have a problem with lying, don't you, Detective Gumshoe?
I'm telling you, I am not lying.
The more unnatural you act, the more suspicious become, you know. If you want a motive, if you want a motive, Edgeworth, I have one for you right here. Could you please share it with us? However, be forewarned that I won't hesitate to object to flights of fancy, because all I'm interested in is the perfect explanation. You're serious, aren't you? Fine. You amuse me, so I'll humor you with a little courtroom practice.
Alright, and that'll be it for today. Gumshoe's motive. We'll see that next time. Alright, I'm liking this episode so far. Interesting to see Fun Karma and young Francisca. And meeting Gumshoe for the first time. I think this is very interesting. And could turn out to be a very good episode. But we'll see though. So yeah, thank you for watching. I'll see you next time. Bye.